Prime Minister Viktor Orbán and Prime Minister Irakli Kalivas. It will be between the Ministry of
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you all and greet you all very cordially. Special welcome to our guests arriving from Georgia. I'm telling the Prime Minister that this is a strange thing here in Hungary, because naturally we call your country Georgia, but this means Georgia, Georgia in Hungary. 40 years were a long, long time, and this is why this is the name that Hungarians remember. But naturally we follow and providing the respect to you. I will speak about this delegation as a Georgian delegation and not Gruz delegation. First of all, I'd like to tell you that our talks were characterized by mutual respect. We are respecting our guests not only because they come from a country with a wonderful history and a great history. Its past and its history is such that is outstanding and requires a lot of respect, not only in Hungary, but any part of the world. And it is also a very brave country that we can welcome here in Hungary. If you look at the past 15 years, which country has introduced all kinds of novelties in economy and in politics, you can see that those in Georgia were one of the most innovative people. We ourselves always study the solutions that they choose disregarding the government, independently of the given government that happens to be in power. We always look upon your country, which from here, from Central Europe, it's worthwhile to watch and monitor. That's why we were very attentive listening to the talks to you, Mr. Prime Minister, what you were telling us. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, what's worthwhile for Hungarians to know about this relationship is that Georgia is the second most important trade partner of Hungary in the South Caucasian region. 2014 data which are available to date, which means the first 10 months, 10% increase could be found in our trade relations. We agreed with the Prime Minister that in April 2015, a Hungarian trade office will be opened in the capital city. Our Exim Bank has already opened a $50 million worth of loan provision for the cooperation of Georgian and Hungarian SMEs. And we also agreed that once this is exhausted, we are ready to replenish it. We appreciate very much the Prime Minister's gesture that today he will speak at the Economic Forum, because we also established the Hungarian-Georgian Economic Cooperation Interportfolio or Intergovernmental Committee, and it is manifested in the cooperation of businessmen as well. And finally, I would like to share a thought with you about energy security. Hungarians know this a little bit less, Mr. Prime Minister, but now that the gas pipeline going around the Ukraine, well, the different attempts to do so have failed one after another. With this, the importance of your country has increased tremendously for Europe, because we are searching for new solutions, and no matter what kind of solution we are searching for, Georgia will be implicated in it one way or another. So I'd like to inform the Hungarian public that the country of our guest has a strategic weight, and it has increased significantly after the events that took place in the past couple of months. That's why it's very difficult to imagine European energy safety without Georgia playing an important role in it, whether we talk about energy distributor or energy transporter. So as a transit country, it is a very special country, and for Hungary too, for the Hungarian energy security, it's an extremely important country, and we can welcome this Prime Minister. Finally, I'd like to tell you that as for us, we support Georgia's Euro-Atlantic integrational efforts. We respect and we recognize Georgia's efforts for territorial integrity. We also support and the Hungarian parliament actually adopted the association agreement that has been signed by Georgia and the European Union. We are urging for the implementation. We would like if in the Caucasian region there would be stability. That's why we recommend the EU, to have Georgia a tailor-made program which fits its characteristics. So the most important point of this program should be, which this year at the European summit in Riga will be the visa waiver thing. We feel that the European Union will have to give a visa waiver to Georgia. This is a logical consequence of the agreement that Georgia has signed with the European Union, and which clearly would benefit both the Georgian people and the European Union. That's why Hungary is absolutely supportive of visa waiver for Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to me. And Mr. Prime Minister, thank you very much for the very cordial and fruitful talks.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Prime Minister Viktor Orban for his warm hospitality. And this is my first time in Budapest. And I have to say that I'm really delighted to have this opportunity to visit your beautiful country, your beautiful city. We certainly wish to promote and strengthen relations between our countries and identify new spheres of cooperation. This desire does not stem from decisions of our government only, but from the close traditional, I would say emotional relations between the Hungarian and Georgian people. We highly value your support towards Georgia's territorial integrity and sovereignty and European and Euro-Atlantic aspirations. Our today's meeting was dedicated to Georgia's European and Euro-Atlantic integration, as well as prospects of our economic and trade relations. After signing of the association agreement, today Georgia is at a completely new stage in its relations with the European Union. We're investing efforts and energy into a successful completion of the reforms in the framework of the European integration agenda to be able to demonstrate some tangible results at the upcoming Riga summit, as Prime Minister Orban mentioned, and serve as a success story and reliable partner of the European Union. The effective implementation of the association agreement and the finalization of the visa dialogue with the European Union are top priorities of the Georgian government. And I'd like to take this opportunity and express gratitude to Hungary, and to especially Prime Minister, for timely ratification of our association agreement. Furthermore, we underline the importance of Hungarian support in the framework of V4 plus Eastern Partnership format, which is significantly in the process of Georgia's reforms and on the way of EU integration. I'd like to thank your country, Prime Minister, for your active participation in the implementation of the substantive package agreed at the NATO summit. Also want to mention that you have contributed a logistics expert to the NATO Defense Capability Core team for the Ministry of Defense of Georgia. During our meeting, we discussed in detail the developments in Georgia in the region also. And I'd like to say that naturally we paid special attention to prospects of our economic and trade relations. Trade and economic relations between Georgia and Hungary have a great deal of potential, which needs to be utilized in full. Increasing trade turnover and expanding economic ties between the two countries are the major aims of our bilateral cooperation. Our both governments are working really hard to boost our economy and create jobs for our citizens. And I want to invite more Hungarian companies to explore Georgian market as a gateway to a wide region. I have to particularly mention the direct flights between Kutaisi and Budapest that have been carried out since the fall of 2014, consequently increasing the number of tourists, visitors, and promoting travel between our countries. Prime Minister Orban and I discussed important regional energy and transport projects that will increase the transit potential of our countries and promote exploration of new markets. As a result of our visit, we welcome the just signed protocol on cooperation between our foreign ministries and memorandum of understanding on cultural cooperation between the Ministers of Culture. And as a closing remark, Mr. Prime Minister, I want to thank you again for your warm hospitality, and I look forward to seeing you in Tbilisi. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.